Well, here at the Royal Manx Show, it's great to catch up with John Kennaugh, who's well known to everyone on the Isle of Man. And John, I mean, what a 12 months it's been for you and every farmer, really.
It's been a horrendous 12 months, Paul. I don't think I've ever known such a period of time when the weather was so much against us. Well, it was 12 months, in fact, before it finally settled down. And I have to say, I'm a Methodist local preacher as well as a farmer, and there were times when my faith was being tested, I can tell you, and I mean that sincerely. But when I look around now, with the cows now back in full summer coat, the calves doing well, the crops a lot better than they were, I'm calling this period now faith restored.
I mean, I was chatting on the same subject earlier about it almost went the opposite way, didn't it? A drought situation could have almost occurred a few weeks ago. It was looking that way, but now you're about right. Are you balanced about right?
It's got back again. We've got this temperate climate. You know, we're getting some showers of rain like we had last night. A shower of rain, and it's warm in the daytime. Growth is spectacular. The stock is doing quite well, and here at the show, I've been saying that this place will give a chance for farmers to converse with one another, swap stories, experiences, and maybe help each other to decide which way they're going to go in the future, because I think last year, in many people's farming experience, will be a defining year. We'll be saying, you know, we were so vulnerable that we're going to just guard against that for anything we do in the future. So there might be some changes in policy, not made at government level, but made up in kitchen tables.
Well, we're just looking at some pictures back here of the snow, and the interview, for instance, I did with a farmer he lost his whole cattle, the whole lot went, and we were doing it on top of what their bodies would have been, buried under the snow. I mean, is it a calling to be a farmer these days? Is that, I mean, it's not just for the money, is it? You don't go in for that, surely.
Well, you'll see, Paul, people say to me, why on earth don't you retire at your age and give yourself some life? And I say to them, because the passion that brought me into it is still there. Sometimes I wish it wasn't, but it is. And God help me, because I can't help myself. 7 generations farming. We had the opportunity at Douglas High School to go in any direction we wanted. But I upset my headmaster then. And upset was an understatement. But if I could talk to him today, I would tell him that he was wrong and I was right. Because today, I can tell you, Paul, notwithstanding the year we just had and all I've described about it, I am content and fulfilled.
And this event is still very important, isn't it, for farmers?
It's very important. It's important now because, as I've been saying latterly, we don't have so many busy marts now where we used to gather almost every week and discuss things in the farming world. And when you get things like this where farmers come together, when they've got time to lean over a gate and over a pen, look at some stock and chat to one another, this will be, whether we all realise it or not, this will be a very, very useful exercise for us to discuss how this industry, how we're going to take it forward, because there are so many things on the horizon. And I'm a traditionalist, but I can see many exciting things ahead of us. And I want to be part of that before I retire.
Good for you. Finally, the Benevolent Fund and the sort of criticism it was getting from some quarters, it wasn't paying out quick enough for the right people. Did you experience that? Do you think everyone has been looked after well?
I admire, well, I greatly respect the trustees of the fund. They are men and women of integrity who I've known for a long time and whom I would trust with my life. And people poured money into that fund. We had money sent to us as far away as Essex for that fund, £2,000 from a little chapel in Essex. And, you know, I've made a point of saying that I'll go back there someday to visit them and to personally thank them.
But do you think everyone's got what they should have got out of it?
Who will ever know?
Right.
Because it's a fund based on discretion. And it's been going for 20 years. So people have been getting out of this fund down through the years. And I've known cases that probably were deserving, but whether they were ever recipients or not, I don't know, because that's how close this is. And I think a lot of people don't realise that that's how it has to be. I would think that the men and women who are charged with administering this fund will know very, very well every single farming enterprise on the island. They'll have a handle on it and they will act entirely appropriately and with complete integrity.
Okay. And do you think next 12 months is going to be any better? Can you look into your crystal ball?
Paul, that's all that keeps us going. Next year will be better.